We are going live. I am all disheveled. Disheveled I am. Bad hair. Bad hair. FU Twitch, specifically. I'm not zero. I'm a viewer. Harry, I don't know that it counts. It says 0. It says 0 on my screen. I don't know. It says 0. Let's go live. Let me launch my mod manager. No, it's not called mod manager. It's called mod organizer. I need to clean my glasses as well. We are gonna have some soundtrack. There's a little bit of a break. I don't know if I'm experiencing sound issues or not. I notice these audio breaks every once in a while, but not when I'm editing, which makes me think it might be a memory issue rather than actual things. So, if I click on the wrong button, I think I'm good. I think that button doesn't work when I'm in this mode. If I click on this button over here, welcome to the stream, everybody. Harry, welcome on in. It says 3 viewers. Harry's 3 viewers. There we go. We got it. We got it. So we're playing New Vegas. We are currently. I did the editing for this stream the day after. I swear there's 2 soundtracks that it's weird. This song is weird. I did the editing the day after the last New Vegas stream. And I don't remember exactly what we were doing. I think I know exactly what we were doing. I didn't actually edit. Did I actually edit the last few minutes? Sierra Madre, I know that bit. Trying to contextualize myself in regards to the actual mission that we're doing. And the mission is we're taking God, who is going to become Dog, to a place that he needs to do like a ka-chunk thing on a power thing for the grand opening of the Sierra Madre. It's really cool actually, because it's like midway through the DLC, it's like the beginning of the DLC. It's pretty cool, and it makes sense because there's a lot of front-loaded content in regards to the characters and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Also, to those interested, I have now decided what is gonna be my. Well, it's kind of complicated because I have way too much stuff pre-recorded. So this episode of, or whatever content is going to come out of today's stream is only going to come out in almost a month's time on the Let's Play. And that's even releasing 2 episodes a day, so there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff pre-recorded and pre-edited and pre-uploaded already. So, I have decided that instead of streaming Neverwinter Nights. I'm not streaming Neverwinter Nights. Instead of streaming Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Fallout New Vegas only, I'll be streaming a new game as well. And the game is Prey. Your eloquence amazes me. Yes. So it's gonna be Prey with an E. And I haven't played it, so it's a blind playthrough, and I expect the rambles to be long and drawn out, because I think that game, refresh my memory, it's the newest game by Arcane Studios. Actually, I'm not sure if it is the newest game, But it's from the folks who did Dishonored and Dishonored 2. I think they are making a new game as well. And Prey apparently is really good. And apparently it's an RPG as well. I didn't get the impression that of that from me watching just a few episodes here and there. So I'm looking forward to that. I also have the DLC, which I plan on doing because it's a small DLC. And I plan on doing it right after the game is done.
Pip-Boy, maybe I'll tear it off your arm.
I was wondering, while I was editing, if... Ooh, return... No, that doesn't matter. If God over here complains about my Pip-Boy when I open it. And I didn't actually get to the point of you know, really watching the footage, but I guess he just proved me wrong because he complained without us doing anything. He complains about a lot of stuff. Wasn't Prey an old game from like the... Yes, it was. I will be reading up on the history of Prey, or the history of its development. But it is related to that game in a way. It was originally supposed to be a sequel, and then they scrapped the whole the whole game. Not Arcane. Arcane wasn't working on it, and they scrapped the whole game. And then Arcane started working on the new sequel, and it's a big mess. I do know that it's related in a way, but not related as in the game itself is not related. And if they try to pull that crap with you and say, oh, it's like a spiritual successor, no, it is not. You don't have the same authors. You don't have the same setting. You can't pull that crap unless you do, in which case it's all right. But you know, there's spiritual successors and spiritual successors. It's not the same. I'm not sure if it is the same kind of gameplay though.
The idiot swallowed his collar.
Also don't know where we're going, if you're wondering. I think we've explored everything, but it's just hard to navigate. It's over that way somewhere. It's an RPG with Dishonored elements, or the other way around. I believe it is more akin to... like a Thief RPG. So not necessarily... It's more taking after the inspiration that Dishonored already takes after. So the Thief franchise, which obviously the folks at Arcane have worked in, you can see a lot of that in it, in terms of the game design and the interaction with the world and all that sort of stuff, and especially environmental storytelling apparently is really good, and that's something that you don't often see in video games.
The idiot swallowed his collar.
Can you imagine? Oh, there's the Dean Domino thing over there. Oh, hi. Oh, Dean Domino that's not a stash. That's you telling me where the bad things are. We know where the bad things are. Over there. No good things though. Dishonored is amazing. I also considered playing Dishonored. I had a few candidates, I believe, would be the word, for what games I would play next, and Dishonored is definitely one among them. But it didn't make the cut. Because I would be playing the first Dishonored, and I don't think that's where my channel is at right now, in terms of what people want to see. The second Dishonored might be an interesting thing, but I want to play the first one first, on camera, because I'm weird like that.
I'll end you.
Okay, gruesome business done then. Lots of traps. The floor does have teeth, and there's a tree. I don't know the name of the tree in Minas Tirith, but every time I see these gray trees in video games specifically, because real life dead trees don't really turn gray unless they petrify, which I have never seen. I've never seen a petrified tree. But yeah, it reminds me of the tree in Minas Tirith, which is supposed to be dormant, which is another way of saying dead. Because trees that are dormant, like in winter, they are dead. They are actually dead. Argue with me if you're a biologist. Otherwise, don't argue with me because I don't know anything.
Believe the idiot swallowed his collar.
I can't believe you talk about that every time. Okay, so we've been here. Wow. Well, we keep seeing more traps, so that's good news. Bubblegum? Nope. It's impossible to navigate. I have no idea. That might be why it's impossible to navigate. It's pointing me in a freaking wild direction. I love both of them. Great story, lovely designs, and it really was interesting and original. I thought it was relatively original. So basically you say zombie trees. Yeah, my point is that when trees go dormant because of the winter and whatnot, or when they actually die, you know, when you take them out and they just sort of die. When trees do that, I think we can go this way. Did I read you? As shoddy as the support beams are for most of the buildings, the ventilation system's worse, and the problems they had over at Puesta. Sure, when you count our bonuses it's good, but not when the workers are coughing to death. Hate to see what this place spits out if someone lets the ventilation system chug along for a few years. We'd have another greener pastures on our hand, easy, and a pile of bodies beyond it. This is a freaking maze, what this is, but we definitely didn't get that before. I mean, something along those lines, mind you. The soundtrack decided that it is time to have a scary moment. Yeah, so what I was saying among trees, I might be wrong, actually, when I say this, because... Ooh, plastic skeletons in the middle of the fog. Ain't you love to see that?
Almost got away.
Oh, no, don't want to drink that.
Hunger
This is pretty dangerous. Also, you need to shut up with the hunger and whatnot.
it up.
Oh, I picked a pistol up. I don't need that. Was it... I don't actually... Oh, it was an automatic rifle. Okay, you keep that. I'll see you later, I suppose. Oh, this requires a key. Oh, but we're safe. This is peculiar. This is pretty peculiar. Okay, a little bit of a steam pack. It looks like a ladder. It is a ladder. We got the key with a plastic skeleton. So it isn't the key.
Get rid of me that easily.
No, we found the key right next to a plastic skeleton, and if we are to assume that it isn't a plastic skeleton and indeed the remains of a person, then we can assume that it isn't the key for this door. Otherwise,
It's your own fault you're here. Couldn't leave well enough alone.
they would have just left, and you know, they clearly didn't and died. So there's two hypotheses here. Either it is a plastic skeleton and the presence of the key is completely justified, or it isn't a plastic skeleton and the key indeed is not of this gate. Let's see. If the gate opens, it is a plastic skeleton. If the game doesn't open, it isn't a plastic skeleton. It is a plastic skeleton. I am on to you, game. I know all your tricks and nonsense. I don't actually know why we're here. You guys done spawning? You guys done spawning? Cause I did your spawning. Man, this place. Of course, we've been here before. So yeah, what I was saying about the trees is that when they die and when they're dormant, the chemical activity that goes on inside of the tree is the same. It's just chemical activity like in a corpse of a tree. It's all the chemical activity that goes, it's the decomposition and that sort of stuff. So it isn't actually like the tree isn't secretly sleeping like a bear. No, it's just dead. It's dead. What happens is that trees get resurrected effectively because they're so badass. And so yeah, that's... Did you just set yourself on fire or something? Or was that a mine? That could have been a mine. Ghost Trapper is unconscious. I beg to differ. Hey, not scary. Not scary at all. There's something in the middle of that terrible fog. Oh, they throw their things at me. I could barely tell. He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He's dead now. Okay. You could barely tell. But he had like a thing in his hand. Which obviously, you know, was the explosive. And I didn't see it when I messed with these dudes. You ran so much that you forgot what you were supposed to do in-game. The in-game stuff doesn't matter. It's it's just simple as follow the walkthrough. Follow the path. What are they called? The quest markers. Where are you? It said dog has died. That's not true.
The idiot swallowed his collar.
Yeah, and you just died because of it. Don't worry. There's more than one. There's more than one thing. And I've been here before. Now, where is this? Boom. Why?
Almost got away.
No. Abraxo cleaner.
Hunger screws it up.
I died because of some Abraxo cleaner. The end, says Jung. Welcome to the stream. It does say dog has died. Weird. Either way, we're clearly not doing the exploring properly. And we must. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I was here before.
It's your own fault you're here. Couldn't.
This guy's the most annoying thing in the world. Follow the sound. There's no sound. It's not diegetic. It's my click. It's the well. It is diegetic. It is. It's the click of my. It's the click of the collar. So you know. Crackle, fizzle, boom. It stops when I'm here.
We'll need to move faster than this if we're going to outwit the old man.
It's right there. You can't destroy it. That's why I was dying. It wasn't because I didn't see it. It was simply because it was always programmed to be like that. It's fine. We solved it. We solved it. Think we found the way.
Air tastes like copper or old world gold.
Or farts. Always farts. Substation status. Power level. Minimal. Ventilation system status. Salida del Sol ventilation system status. Ventilation fan status. Fan number 1 online. Number 2 offline. Power failure reset system. Fan number 3 and 4 online. Fan number 5 offline. Power failure reset system. And I can reset the ventilation system. Seems to be good. Did it fix the fog that is bad and foggy? Well, I'll take all the residue, but... Ooh. Wait, did I not come in here? Because having God with me allows me to never have to worry. I don't think I did. This is a Dean Domino's stash. Pretty nice. Don't mind if I do. Mostly just need stim packs and bobby pins.
Might be able to use the gas valves around here to set traps of our own.
I think he's talking to people who use weapons. Or you suck at this. No! So, how do... Okay, there's a lot of blood.
So here we are. A row of switches all lined up. How familiar. These switches won't move themselves, after all. There must be some trick to it. Now that I'm here, what do you expect me to do?
Do you know how to operate the switches?
I do. The diagram there tells me what I need to know.
If that diagram over there holds the details, I can walk dog through the instructions.
You think you can figure out what to... Of course you can. I'll stand at my post. Once you trigger the event, well, we'll see who makes it to the Sierra Madre.
You have lost gods in your footstep perk. Well, that's because he is a companion no longer. We'll be together soon. Where is your god now?
Not try and leave me here.
I'm not gonna... I mean, I am gonna leave you... Well, dog, over here. And that's why I didn't understand that before. That god is written the other way around, and it's dog. It's like his actual name. The diagrams. On quick glance, the diagram seems to have something to do with the switches immediately to the right of it. This diagram shows the order in which the switches must be toggled to reroute power for various areas of the town, including the bell tower. That looks like a wiring diagram for a guitar, though. So, I'm pretty sure these are not at all... This is an active electric pickup. That's a speaker. It says right there. No, I don't know if he does or not.
Old world death traps.
Yeah, I know, man. But let me just have a peek over here because I'm pretty sure this is electric. This is an electric guitar diagram. You can see the pickups over here. Do you see how there's 6 little things inside of each? Those are the for each strings. Those are the magnet poles, and there's 2 each because they're single coil, as in there's a single coil of wire wound around the magnets. And that one over there with a little triangle is a pretty common form, like, shape for the pickups. But more to the point, this is what is weird. Because this could be them all ground together. Let's see, the yellow wire goes there, and the blue wire goes here, which is normal. So over there we have the purple wire coming from here. That is ground. And this is let's see, so this would be...
Sick of these old world death traps.
All connected. That is the tone pot. Potentiometer. So it is not active pickups. I thought they were because of whatever that is. But that's the input jack. And then the volume would be... No, this is weird. I don't know what that is. Huh.
Quiet, dog. Stay in the cage.
Either way, there's probably a wiki article about that, telling that this is actually a wiring diagram for a Gibson Les Paul Special 58 something or other. Anyway, God, you're gonna need to get out of here. Get out of here. Do you think people IRL also can see my intelligence check? Asks Jung. Only if you actually choose that dialogue line. And then they will comment, "Ooh, smarty pants!" And then say whatever they were going to say. And if you know what I'm referencing with that...
Dog, back in the cage.
Then you have been paying attention.
Are you listening? From now on, when I talk to you, pay
I'm very quiet.
I've left markers on your
I'm very... Primo Creators, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow.
12 and 14. Get them to the fountain. Obey me, and you can all go free.
I'm in control.
What?
The master won't help Dog now, and it won't help you.
Oh, really? Seriously?
I'll wait here until there's fires in the sky.
Okay, well, I think that's done.
Not try and leave me here.
We're gonna disregard that. We don't need to pay attention. He just said. And we need to get Dean to the Puesta del Sol. Let's go back home. I failed your intelligence check, says Jung. You failed my check? That's not how checks work. You can't fail other people's checks. That's not how that works. That's my perception check, by the way. So you must comment about how good I am at seeing things. Or something. I don't know why we went the way we went. But we did, so. That's wild. It is wild. Ooh. Oh. Doing the bad things. Yeah, we're in the right place. And there they are. Okay, let me go ahead and get myself some healing, because this is not going well. And let me get myself...
What's your story, beautiful?
Right, I don't know what I expected. And get myself some stim packs. 5 more. Just in case.
Don't talk much, do you?
Nah, dude, you're wasting your time.
Didn't think much of our chances. Now I'm thinking I was wrong. What's the next step?
Would you like to come with me?
Strike up the band.
Yes. And now I can survive a little longer while inside the cloud. Do I need...
Right then, I'll just wallflower it over here.
I don't know what he means by that. Wallflower it. I don't know what he said. I don't understand, Dean. Either way, go to the Puesta del Sol, which is a new area. I believe we didn't come into here because our radio complained. Why don't you mosey? Yep.
Let's head through the hole in the wall there. If we go backstage, we avoid the locals.
Are you kidding me? Oh, Bethesda AI. Although, it's also got something to do with level design and whatnot. It's alright. It's alright. I forgive you, Dean. Well, you got what you deserve. Freaking hell. Did you even kill this thing? You didn't finish the job. There's another one. It's all good.
Stick or something.
Did you see that? He said, we better go through that hole in the wall over there. That would avoid the locals. And as he says that would avoid the locals, he starts, while looking at me, starts shooting the locals.
The ghost people leave supply.
Wow, you're just as annoying as God. Unbelievable. Colonel, I have glasses, so that means I'm smart. Me, intelligence 10. No, success. Yes, that would be a success. Oh. No, it's not a radio. I know my radios. Oh, speaking of which, can give some stuff over. little bit of money, you know. Ooh. A very hard lock. That's what I'm here for. That was very easy. With a single Sierra Madre chip. Maybe that's because it was easy. Or maybe that's the reason it was easy. Who knows? Is this the hole in the wall that you mentioned? Because doesn't seem to have avoided much. Everybody's very unhappy with us. I'm very unhappy with us. Did you come here first to draw all these things in the wall? It's a shame because these areas have a little bit of a twinkle of interest in them. But not really.
Sierra Madre may wait, not me.
And then this guy's just here to bring the mood down.
Crouching's hell on my knees.
Apart from that one, I like that line. You do know you'll have to sort out your inventory once you're done with the DLC. Nah, I'll just throw everything away. I'm at that moment, man. I'm at that moment. I don't have God with me anymore. Must pay attention to where I put my feet. There's a vent. Wait, these vents are containers? Well, I must pay attention to even more stuff then. Electric box fuse. Hey, I think I found something important. I don't know. The quest marker is going to point us to there. I actually don't know if he said what's next because of we found that or not. Need to be very careful here. Whee! Oh man, this is definitely not it. Good try. Hoarder. Absolutely. Hey. He's just talking about the cloud.
Can finally park in handicapped spaces.
Talk about... Don't... Oh my god.
Can finally park in handicapped...
I just punched you in the face, dude, and you're talking about parking in handicapped spaces. There's no parking in here. That's like canonical. Could you stop saying my name every minute? Yes, I am God. That's not your name, though.
Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do.
There, the switching station. That's where you'll need to bring the mute.
Just to make sure he's dead. Poke him with a stick or something.
Oh, wait a minute. This is for Christine. Well, it's a good thing that I have him with me then.
Real tired of tourist season. No offense, but you guys are lowering the bar.
This place is nasty. Ooh, computers. Contracts. We have a sweet deal here. I'll let Mr. Yesterday know that. Know that we might need to renegotiate our arrangement and move the percentage around. Left records in maintenance in case things got difficult. Blow this death trap wide open. Agreed to discuss things in the switching station so we wouldn't be overheard. Okay. The switching station. I'm actually not sure where that is, but we might have been there already. Because I don't know where that is because I don't know what it is. What the heck a switching station is. It very well might be for television. Like switching cameras. Today's physician. Another computer in here. Sinclair was a lot more level than I was expecting, especially after Mr. Yesterday's cracks. He's sharper than one of those knives, too. He asked a lot of good questions about the foundations. Some I couldn't even answer. Didn't bother him, though. He knows every engineering, that's for sure. Worried he's going to see through the villa. See it for the cardboard town it is. That feels very familiar, that particular conversation. But I do believe we have not been here before. At all. Sierra Madre chip on that in that fridge. As well, you know, it can be expected. As well as chunks of meat all over. Not in the fridge though. You wouldn't expect chunks of meat in the fridge. Fixing things. Things are pretty bad out there. And also, I'm gonna need to bring Christine over here.
For too long, only so much I can do to help.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to be up there for too long. I'm down here again. Oh, there's some dude out here. Hello. Your head is already out. Let me get out of there. Because you guys are something else. I'm not really sure I need... Is this water? No, it is not. We do have little bits of water here and there. Nothing we should worry about too much. We did take a bunch of damage just then. Let's drink. Potato crisps. Purified water. How do you like the bear trap? It's actually pretty good. It's not as good as the power fist, but it works really well for these guys. I mean, I have maximum skill, so you'd expect to have it work well. We're actually really close. I think it's in that direction. There's a little roach there. We don't need to worry about that. This is the exit. I have the impression there's a better way of getting here that doesn't involve going through an area that we didn't explore before. Basically, by going through an area that we already explored.
I am all about keeping low in this section of town.
You're not gonna...
So let's see about creeping by the locals.
Are you kidding me? My leg! My leg! Why did they program him to say that if they know there's gonna be enemies right at the start? Holy crap. Okay. I have 3 doctor's bags, 2 now. It's not too bad. Hi. There you go. Also, do you like the whole reset equipment stuff thingy? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it's an isolated experience, so it makes some sense for balancing issues. But also, I feel that inventory management can be a burden in RPGs. And just throwing it out wholesale is probably the better solution. Because it just allows you to have the, you know, do your thing however you like in terms of game design.
Do not leave me here.
You have to be kidding me, man. You're gonna leave me to die. Look at these guys. How is it possible to avoid that? I wonder. To avoid getting hit by that, I mean. Ooh. Radio time. And where do the... Wait. I was gonna say where the video starts, but that's not how the song goes. I think we need to go up there. Let's get one of these and let's do it. Cool. Where is it? Yep, it's that thing. There's also a cockroach, which we murder pitilessly. Demolition charge. Yeah, I don't use those.
For sunning. Well, if the sun ever touched here.
Is this what you're talking about? Yeah, I never look at the ceiling, man. I barely I almost missed that area completely because I don't look up. There's no reason to when you're inside. There's never anything in the ceiling. There is a computer, very hardly locked. Okay, so triumphantly, it's the first 3. Let's see what I can do over here. Any new RPG you're enjoying? Yaga, recently. But nothing new. There's no new games. Everything is stopped. Did you see the news about Vampire Bloodlines 2? Apparently they're throwing the whole game out. And the whole company out. And the whole release date out. Apparently there was also a demo. I saw, like, whispers of, S-Laxi, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Don't forget to use the gasoline for traps since God's not here to remind you. Yeah, I can't do that because I can't shoot the gasoline things. Unless, you know. Oh, man, this is going to suck. We got a construction on 5. Yeah, this is going to suck now, though. Where's that? That's like... Yeah, this should be fine. Apparently, the new Bloodlines game, they decided it shouldn't be released this year. Which, honestly, I don't have anything against that in particular. I mean, I would like to have the game sooner, but sure, whatever. It's the throwing of the whole company that was developing it and that did develop it because apparently the game was ready. You know, buggy as you expect a game that hasn't launched yet, but still. And I don't know who they're putting in charge. I think they announced it though. Yeah, everything is going well. Thank you. I don't. What are you referring to, Jung? The why? I think. Oh, with a 7 out of 12, we might actually be able to do this. So civilization. Civil. So Lization. No, it's ization. It's 7 at the end. Nope. Nope. It's civil. So if I take civil, I get 7. Okay. Civil. Nope. Civil. Nope. Civil. Nope. Civil. Nope. Civil. Nope. Could be. Nope. Civil. Oh, that could be it. So we got the ill, and then ization. Yeah, that could be it. It's infiltration. It is not. So it's these last 3, which is fair enough. Let's see if we get lucky. We did get lucky. Why Bloodlines? The Bloodlines 2, you don't know it's developed? It's oh, why as in... Are you saying why? Why must you do this? Ah, well. They just don't like the jank, man. They don't like the jank. Can you imagine having a game company and not liking the jank? I mean, also, can you imagine liking the jank and having a game company? Or just having a game company in general. What the hell are you doing having a game company? Shut up. But apart from that, not liking the jank, you can't fall in love with Vampire Bloodlines and not like the jank. It's not, well, it's not really about Liking it is just sort of the act of tolerating the jank. Well, I should write a book with that name. Tolerating the jank. The act of tolerating the jank is tantamount to liking the jank. Because it's just the jank, like, it sticks to the brain. You can't play Bloodlines and be like, this is fine, this is some fine shit right here, and be like, no, jank, I can't have jank in my game. You know what I mean? And then, because I didn't play the demo of Bloodlines 2, I am absolutely gonna spam this thing, by the way. Aw. But I didn't play the demo of Bloodlines 2. And apparently people say that it was very focused on combat, which to me feels like a tech demo more than anything, which is perfectly acceptable because tech demos aren't, you're not supposed to, it's not a sales pitch. But I do feel for people who are like, oh, this game is gonna be good, and then they play the combat and say, the combat isn't very good. Have you played the first game? Have you even played the first game? If not, go and play it, because it's good. Whoever you are, right now. And yes, you're not gonna like the combat. The combat is atrocious. No, the combat is atrocious. Yeah, there's no build. There's nothing. Well, there's some mage builds where the combat becomes a point-and-click adventure, where you point at the characters that you want to cast spells at. And those actually don't feel terrible, because it's mostly just, you know, if you know how to point the camera in the game, which isn't trivial. So, yeah, jank. But if you know how to use the camera in that third-person game, then as a spellcaster, everything is fine. Man, they really don't want the first 3 to be the solution, do they? Well, chances of there it is. I was gonna say the chances of either way. Activate hologram or chat. Domino swung by today after the foreman's accident. Wanted to know how I was handling it. If the boys and I were doing all right. Guy's a snake. Laying on the fake charm. Trying to be one of us. He asked if we were being paid as, quote, befits our skills, unquote. He said if we weren't, to come see him. He'd set us up. I'm not stupid. I seen the percentages. I know someone's making... Actually, that's a scene. I seen the percentages. I know someone's making a killing off the corners we're cutting. Sounds like Domino and Construction are arm in arm. Doesn't matter to me as long as the cash gets left in the drawer every week. Lovely, lovely, and good people, Domino. Good people that you are. Okay, so... Should I activate the...
This crouching's hell on my knees.
Yeah, but have you seen the size of this desk? This is a standing desk. So freaking... Activate that thing. As long as it's not an aggressive hologram, I think we're gonna be fine. And I do believe it is not. But I also don't think it is a trading hologram, so... We're gonna be fine. Either way. Oh, hi! Yeah, you don't have an explosive. Or a head. I'm getting stuck here. Okay, your leg's lost.
We're looking for is to the southeast.
Oh, really? Southeast? It's a shame I have a mod... Can you please die? I have a mod that removes the cardinal directions. But I do know where the quest marker is, and that's all that I care. Combat was shit, but the game was amazing. Exactly. Like you can't get bogged down in the combat. Yeah, the combat is shit. Who cares? That's not why you were playing the game. And at the end, like, but that's the tricky thing about Bloodlines. After a while, the combat is why you go back to play the game. That's why I'm saying, like, the tolerating the jank, man. It just gets in your brain. You like the jank after that. Like the Shining tribute quest. Which one is the Shining again? That witch woman in the bath in the in the abandoned hospital. Yes, is that the Shining? Wished a bit more developed relationship with the ghoul. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that feel like they could be more than just quest givers, because they are so good quest givers. You know what I mean? They're like the best quest givers there are. They have so much to them. Especially Pisha. Pisha is that's the witch woman, as you so eloquently put it. Pisha is a very memorable character, honestly. And okay, this is dangerous going in there. I'm not in those types of in those types of ghouls. There are ghouls in here. There are. What do we have in here? Sparkly sparks? You know, I'm okay with sparkly sparks.
Watch the ground for bear traps and any openings for tripwires.
Yeah. It's better to just, you know, face roll through it, because it barely does any damage. Seriously, the traps don't do any damage. Which I'm fine with, honestly. They're super annoying. They should be puzzles. They should be like... Man, these things. They should be, finding a trap should be an exciting thing, not... The Shining Tribute is the abandoned hotel. Oh, right. Yeah, that was cool. It wasn't as well done as it could be, because it was pretty linear. It always felt like a second act sort of thing to the California hotel thing.
You're at the Gold Scaler area. Now make him stay.
Hey.
Sure glad one of us knows what you're doing.
I have no idea what we're doing, dude.
So, this is where I'm supposed to put on the show. Played better venues, I tell you. What's that there? Wiring? Looks like it's tied to the sound system in the villa. Except for that snipped section there. So, what? I stand here, hold the two ends in my hands and tap them together like cymbals?
If reconnecting the speakers is part of the gala event, then yes.
Look, I strike up the speaker system. There's going to be ghosts all over this place. Any change in the sounds around here, the ghost people are not big on talking. They are big on listening, hunting, killing.
Shouldn't have a problem with that, because you're the one that's
music.
riling them all up.
Trust me.
Yeah, but you're the one who riles them all up, so shut up. Seriously. If I clear out all the ghost people in the area, will you change your mind?
No, you want to know why? Because there's more beneath the streets, in the buildings, and no, everywhere else. They hear anything out of the ordinary, especially music screaming through the speakers when I close the connection. They'll be here fast.
The villa has holograms everywhere. If I switch on some to cover the area...
Well, yeah. If the hologram system still worked, that'd do the trick. Okay, all right. You call up some of those old world stiffs. That'd be an audience I wouldn't mind having below.
Okay, let me see if I can reactivate the holograms.
If I remember correctly, there should be 2 holograms you can switch on in the area. Just don't remember how. Do that, and I'll consider waiting on the rooftop. Maybe.
Okay. That's a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
I can help you in the crowd. Not for long, though.
Nah, don't worry about it. Oh. Did you see that? I was, like, jerked to the side. Wow. For shame. For shame. They know full well. They know full well the levels are vertical. Security station. Activate hologram. Is that all of them? Because I activated another hologram elsewhere. Eyeglasses. Really? Oh, there he is. We're in the rooftops now. Oh, it's not gonna make our life easier, though. Ruined store. At least we're inside. Collecting Sierra Madre chips. Didn't work out. And opening doors to the level below. I have no idea where I'm going. If I don't like the looks of this, I'm going right back inside. And by liking the looks of this is if I'm not... Ooh, this might be the way forward. He's... Oh my god. That was Dean Domino downstairs. Running along like a lunatic. And then, far in the distance, I'm not sure if you heard it, he was saying like, the Sierra Madre something or other. My god, the AI is broken. It's not that it's broken, it's just that they are trying to do too much with it. When it clearly isn't programmed to do that. This whole interacting with you on the fly. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 couldn't pull it off. 10 years later. Although, you know, in regards to this. Just can't do it. You can't do it like that. It can't be... Unless the, unless you have the lines be adaptive to what's going on. Like him saying, I would rather avoid the...
One of us knows what you're doing.
I would rather avoid the locals and not shoot the locals as he says that. Or not... I don't know. It's... whatever. It's weird. It's just how it goes. Didn't crash, don't worry. This is much better. Actually, it might have crashed. No, it didn't. So we have something in here, do we? A hologram that we can trigger. We have a reload, actually. Because I fell down, and I shouldn't. I think it's over there. Which makes a lot of sense. Oh, this computer doesn't even... Yeah. No, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Check the fountains. Might have some wishes, chips we can snag.
You are out of your mind.
This crouching's hell on my knees.
Yeah. Oh man, that sucks. I want to go up there. Ah, whatever. There we go. Ruined cafe. That's what we need to find out. Because I clearly didn't come in here. Ooh, got something here. Buff out. Nice. We can, like, we're collecting so much Sierra Madre chips. Now, admittedly, drugs are, they're totally fine in the world of all the DLCs for this game. But we're just gonna be able to have all the drugs that we want at any time. Oh, this doesn't go anywhere. I mean, we already have all the drugs that we want at any time. This ruined cafe is gonna be a problem. Because I have no idea how to get in. A ruined cafe. Have we been here? I didn't take that right away. Or the purified water, for that matter. I don't think we've been here. Otherwise, I would have opened the stalls, because that is a short mark of an RPG player. Greed. He also blames me for playing the DLC. That sticks in my mind, actually. It's not like a real... Ooh, a pre-war bonnet. Classic. It's not something that that's a real mark against the game or anything. The fact that the companions complain at you for wanting to play the DLC. But it does stick in my mind as something that happens, is that them do that. They do that, and it's annoying. I wish they didn't. And of course, in a more objective way, I can definitely see players be like, screw this game, I'm not playing it anymore. These guys just keep complaining at me. Because the rest of the DLC isn't particularly... It's something you get through rather than something you enjoy, unfortunately. But you do get through it. It's not particularly difficult. Which is good news. So we're gonna go out through here. Have you played Beautiful Desolation? We're back up here. And another computer. Beautiful Desolation. What did you think of it? I don't actually know what Beautiful Desolation is. Beautiful Desolation. That looks like something I didn't... 35% discount on GOG.com. Right now. Yeah, I didn't play it. Is it a new game? Activate that. And I think we're done. That's absinthe over there, I think.
The ground for bear traps and
Sexy sleepwear. That's for you, Dean. You are in need of some sexy time, because you just complain all the time, my god. And some more money. Dirty water. And a blocked off door. Totally fine. Yeah, Sexy Desolation. I am in need of starting new Let's Plays though, so I might do Beautiful Desolation. Did I say Sexy Desolation? That's not what I meant. Hey, what's up, M Brown? Welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. Let's see what I'm gonna do. So the game is actually telling me... Oh, the game is confused. No, the game is not confused. Are you aggressive?
bear trap. Ghost people aren't far behind.
No, you're just... Okay. Oh, it's through here. Or something? Why does this happen? The pathfinding in this game is absolutely atrocious. It's telling me to go over to the same area over and over again. Go to quest target. Go to quest location. Go to quest marker. No. Go to quest marker. No, I don't know what it is. It's not turn-based though, more of a point-and-click thing. That could be a good thing.
Sure glad one of us knows what you're doing.
I have no idea, man. This is absolutely impossible to navigate with a quest marker breaking. And the maps looking all of them look the same. Oh, I know where we are. If it's point and click and it's got a lot of dialogue and options and exploration, then I am good. I am all over that. It's this jerky place. Got a lot of water, or need water. Do have a lot of water. Including 17 pounds of dirty water. Don't need that. Were we here before?
Sierra Madre.
He's complaining somewhere. Noonslav, welcome to the stream. How's it going? What is this? It's a television set over there. Oh, it's the downstairs. Okay. Hi. Oh, dead people all over. It's the cafe. But it lies to me. It lies. Why must it lie to me? Ooh, I know of a way. I think. It's up there. I think. Toggle clipping. Whee! Quest marker fixed.
Sierra Madre is not getting any younger.
Not here. It's a cool new look at the game. I think it's over there. Or something. Is it over there? No, it's the... there's like a wire thing. Oh man, this looks cool from here. Is it up here? Ooh. How do you get up here? You don't get up here. I'm not gonna take it if you don't get up here. Advanced calibration. Oh, you do get up here.
What's next?
What? Oh, it's not even that difficult. I don't think it's that difficult. Hey. Okay. Maybe this is gonna fix the quest marker. But this is definitely a place we haven't been to. It's the outside, right? Ooh, it's a big rabbit hole. Oh man, that's cool.
I can help you in the cloud. Not for long, though.
Oh, that sucks. I failed to jump. If you're wondering what's happening, what happened.
Sure, I can help you in the cloud.
Oh no, it isn't. It isn't easy at all. How do you get up here? Because everything is blocked off. Including these bits. Not that. I'm not even sure. This might be the exit.
Don't dive in for too long. Only so much I can do to help.
I hate it. Oh, it's probably the way out or something. Yeah. There's some stuff up there. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. And also absolutely impossible. I can't even find the freaking objective.
But you guys are...
Oh, he's the objective. Dean.
Didn't think much of our chances. Now I'm thinking I was wrong. What's the next step?
Both holograms are on now. It's safe for you to get to your position.
You powered the holograms up? Well,
Thank you for the follow, Noonsloth.
pretty good protection. Sure worked at the fountain.
This worked.
Vera kept the ghost people away. But, how do I know the power won't suddenly go out? And, I don't know, this still sounds risky to me. For me.
Yeah, it probably is. Don't you trust me, though? Then trust our colors. I die, you die. Got it?
Well, yeah. You got a point. But listen, when this thing goes off, try and get into the Sierra Madre without me. You'll wish you hadn't.
Okay. He's off. Phew. Alright. So, next stage. Is there are no fast travels in this well, there's fast travels in the Let's Play, but not in the game. And now for Christine. It is really nasty to navigate all this place. I really wish they had done it linears. Linear levels, just get me linear levels. There's no reason why they're open. Linear levels are so much better for everything. Because you just, like, it looks bigger. Because, you know, it is bigger. It's longer. So you can pretend that you actually have more game than you do have. It's better for balancing. It's better for the experience of discovering things. It's better for puzzles. No freedom. The only freedom is me cutting all of this in the Let's Play. Seriously, like, all the explorations, is half of it is me being lost. And the other half is, it all looks the same. I feel it all looks the same. Bigger and longer. That's what she's... I mean... It's what I'm talking about. It's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know. This is looking a little bit better. Did that always look like that? The sun doesn't reach here. And we don't even have a fog. We did turn the ventilation system on. But the fog is still there. And everywhere, really. The skybox is really cool, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if it's a mod. I don't think it is. Christine. Christine raises an eyebrow. Would you like to come with me? Christine nods. Christine has given you signal interference, which doesn't help much. Although we have died. Oh, these things. That's definitely not where the quest marker is pointing. Although we have died from radio. So we've been to where we need to go with Christine already. So most of the exploration is done. I'm not really sure why they designed it like that, where you basically need to, for both Dean and God, you need to go through places that you don't really need to. Well, the quest marker points you through places that you don't really need to have to go. You can go around through places that you visited already, which is fine with me. Just wish I could go to where that secret place is, but I don't know how to get up there. Not without cheating. And I think we are here. Well, somewhere. Oh, the switching station. That's why I didn't know where it was. Let's find out what it is. It's a power plant thing. Christine's counter frequency is temporarily blocking the speaker. Yeah, thank you. That's definitely more annoying than normal beep, beep, beep. Listen before you lose a head. That doesn't even work as a pun, I don't think. Let's see. The circuit breaker looks to have been jury-rigged at some point in the past, but is currently in need of repair. let's jerry-rig the circuit breaker. After a few quick adjustments, the power comes back on. And we got a computer over here. To Director Simons. From William Ennis. Simons, the ventilation system is on the fritz again, and I need to even out the power distribution manually for the new generator we're bringing online. It's positively sweltering down there in that cramped little room, and you know I don't cope well with the heat, so I'd like to do work remotely. What's the password for the backup machine again? Hey Azor, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Thorongwil, welcome to the stream. Very beautiful elven name. I don't know who Thorongwil is though. But is that an elven name? Is that from elves? I have to say, I've just started to watch your new Neo Scavenger. Neo Scavenger is an amazing game. I have recorded that very, very many years. Well, not very many years ago. 6 years ago now. Thank you for showing up, though. Yeah, Neo Scavenger is such a fantastic game. Oh. What? I don't get it. Status report. Minimum power level required at 43. Power currently supplied 85. Acceptable variations from the norm plus or minus 15%. Large variation in the past 24 hours 36%. Automatic systems offline. Warning. Large fluctuations in power detected. Large energy expenditures are to be avoided at all costs under these conditions. Report this to the foreman in charge at once. And there's a gas leak, apparently. Ventilation's all shot to hell, which is going to be a problem when summer hits. The pipes backed up. The chambers started spewing out this red dust cloud, like rust. Whatever it was caused the guys to start choking and vomiting. It's like the place was getting sprayed for roaches, except the bug spray was hitting us. Got the boys to the clinic, but put them out of commission. Mr. Yesterday said he couldn't justify having them paid, but he'd see what he could do, quote, on the side, unquote. Sounds like he was going to get them some chems and a little green for keeping their mouths shut. And that's the, that's of course the gas that we see outside. I think I can talk to... No, I cannot talk to you again, or yet. That radio is definitely working, right? It makes noise. Tick, tick, tick. Yep. Close to finishing Neo 2 already. My god, you're making amazing progress. Basically, it's Aragon's... Oh, that's what... Yeah. Hidden name in Gondor. I couldn't recall that off the top of my head. I was thinking somebody probably from the Silmarillion. Thorongwil meaning... It's been a long time. Tick, tick, tick. Apart from the misses. You saw me hit. That was a hit. Programmer's Digest. We're running low on ammo for this thing. We're gonna need to come up with a solution for that. You searched Valham yet? Yes, I am hopefully gonna get a key. Can't promise anything. Microfusion cells, that's what I'm looking for. That doesn't count. I haven't played it yet, but I got a key as well. I will try it after Neo 2. Apparently it's really good. It looks like there's a lot of smoke down there. This might not be the best companion to bring in here, because it hurts. Oh, we're safe back here. I'm afraid it might be too hyped. Will lead to disappointment for me. I'm not hyped at all. I'm totally fine. I mean, it's in, you know, I think it's gonna be nice. I'm interested, so that's hype. If you plan on playing it on co-op mode, yes, that is the plan, and I need one field part. Yeah, I am planning on playing it with Mumpy McSqueakums. He's already started his campaign, and I'll join him in his own server. I'm not really sure how that's gonna turn out. Because his videos probably should be going up soon, and then you'll see the world that he has made. And you can... Oh, this is bad news. Dynamite, stim packs. I'm out. I'm out. Wow. I don't know where she is, but she's helping me. Can't wait for your videos. At least a week. Dean's engineering manual. There's a grenade behind me. Pocket. Bounce. Bounce is good. Bounce. There it is. Only 5 options. What do we have in here? Turn speakers off. Status report. Power status. Non-essential systems announcement system warning. 1 of 4 speakers are offline. Please contact IT to resolve. IT? No, it isn't IT. Okay, I will complain, but it isn't IT. Oh man, this is all because it's pixel hunting when you're trying to disarm a wire. It's really silly. Look at this. How you're supposed to get it. I don't think you're even supposed to get it from the other side. I don't need your dynamite. So it isn't IT because IT is information technology. And that's not a thing in the 50s. You don't have that term. It's like the email. You don't have email. You can't fool me. Yeah, so the whatever this thing was getting ready to explode. Treasures, mine, assholes, wrote somebody. This person has eyes that have not been blown up. Whatever that is... Usually it's a bouquet of grenades, and those are really, really powerful because it's 3 of them at the same time instead of being just 1, like a normal trap. Nope, it is 3. So let me actually look it up. I will look it up. Thank you for the follow, Hayden. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I will look it up into Wikipedia. Information technology. Because that has to do with binary and computing. That's what information stands for. It's got to do with I think it has to do with the theory of information. Is the use... So IT, or information technology, is the use of computers to store, retrieve, transmit, and manipulate data or information. Which is the same thing, data or information. So that has to do with binary. Because that's the theory of information. If you don't know what theory of information is... It's basically an analytical framework that allows you to compress every system. I'm using technical terms here, but yeah. every system into binary states. So, in other words, basically, you can transform everything into binary, into ones and zeros. And it's a theory because it is a thing that you can apply rather than be an hypothesis or like maybe it is. No, it's not maybe. It's absolutely a thing. And it's a scientific theory. It's absolutely a thing, and it works. But when was it? History of computer technology. Aha, okay. When was the term coined is what I want to say. Because that is unfortunately not here on the Wikipedia page. This is the stuff that you joined me for. Absolutely. I'm the kind of person that goes into the Wikipedia articles and immediately goes to the history section. Based on storage or processing, mechanical stuff. Electromechanics. Oh man, yeah. Humans have been storing and retrieving we shall call it. There it is. We got this. I got it. Oh, look at this thing. It's like perfect for my ramble. So from the Wikipedia, should I? Honestly, I'm gonna ramble. If I'm gonna ramble, I'm gonna have the things in front of me, because I'm a very good rambler. Even though I'm chaotic. There it is. So from the Wikipedia page on information technology, humans have been storing, retrieving, manipulating, and communicating information since Sumerian and Mesopotamia developed writing in 3000 BC. However, the term information technology, in its modern sense, first appeared in a 1958 article published by the Harvard Business Review, authors Harold Levitt, potentially, and Thomas Whistler. And they said that the new technology does not yet have a single established name. We shall call it information technology. And that was in 58. And it probably did. It took a while for it to take hold. And obviously, that's where modern day people, not the people in Fallout, mind you, but modern day people call like cell phones and computers. We just say that's technology. That term technology is actually an abbreviation for information technology, or IT, because obviously it isn't technology in the sense that it isn't any more technology than everything else is technology. But in the world of modern day, we can say that cell phones and computers are technology, and the internet is technology. And spoons are not, even though they are. They're just not information technology. Did you get that, Christine? I know you're a very good listener, I know. But yeah, the world of Fallout doesn't have information technology because it came after the 50s. Much like email. It doesn't have email because it's a trademark. Or it's not a trademark, actually, but it's an invention. Is it it probably was a trademark at some point, I wonder. Anyway. Subject in case of emergency. All non-essential systems are to be shut down immediately to help the automatic systems balance the load. Should the automatic systems fail, your foreman will assign one of you to enter the manual override chamber located adjacent to the main regulator. Harry says, yes, it was in the 50s. Don't forget that first robot was publicly shown in 1939. Everything is technology. Even a shoe is technology. Yes, yes indeed, Harry. Technology. If you want to see me get really upset about technology, well, I didn't really get upset. But it is a major point of the Let's Play. It's the Elex Let's Play. Because there's this one faction that, in their own words, don't like technology. And they have a bunch of ballistas and like tanks and complicated gates and things. Yeah. And I was like, I understand where we're going, but no. Just no. Oh man. The thing is, just no, because it's not just a matter of names. It's a matter of modern sensibilities, and sensibilities specifically connected to our modern day. like, we are aware is not the word. We are wary of spending too much time in front of the television, wary of spending too much time on our phones or playing games or whatever. I'm not, honestly. I'm like, my life is entirely surrounded by computers. But people in general, I'm talking about general cultures, but anyway. But that wariness has to do with our lives and just the way normal jobs exist, and the normal entertainment, what kind of normal entertainment exists, and all that sort of stuff. And just people build these concepts and, in fears based off of that in a fictional world, not necessarily in Fallout though, that's different, but I'm talking for Elex. In a fictional world, there's nothing like that. People aren't complaining that you spend too much time on the internet, but I'm gonna turn into a berserker, because that's literally their faction name. They're the berserkers. They're against technology. And every time you take out your PDA, you got like a little PDA. They're like, I don't want to watch you. I don't want to see you on that cell phone. Put that cell phone away. They literally complain. It's so ridiculous. And I don't understand. Like, the thing is, you just can't think about. Who made that? Come on, Piranha Bytes, what is wrong with you? Who came up with that with the berserkers in Elex? Zingster, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hope you're doing all well. I'm doing all well, thank you very much. I missed an hour. Ghostface, welcome to the stream, by the way. You have indeed missed an hour and a half, in fact. You fell asleep, said Zingster. Sleep is nice. Sleep is nice. The boys hit by the gas are still out. Everyone's pulling more work in as a result. And grumbling starting. Mr. Yesterday's been keeping the hard liquor and cams coming under Sinclair's eye. Isn't helping. We need those boys back. We have another chemical leak like that. No more construction for the rest of the year. And then we got suits are here, period. Those new chemical suits came in today. So we could check out the ventilation chambers, see how that cloud cocktail formed. Suits are kind of creepy looking, hard to talk in them, so we had to use sign language to actually make sense of each other. That's what shortwave length radio. How does that go? The little radios that truck drivers use. That's what you use those for. It's when you have EVAs and suits like these. At least we can check out the pipes and ventilation chambers now. Gas worries me, though. Really messed the guys up. If the chambers get backed up again, hate to see that gas get out, wipe out the villa. And you please use sentences written properly. I would really appreciate it, because I can't understand half of what you're saying. Because you don't say the subject of the sentence, and it bothers me even more than the information technology thing. I like this. Garbage can. Il Fantoma in the garbage can. Who would throw that away? Ventilation control system. Warning. The ventilation system should only be taken down for routine maintenance. Yes, but it is currently taken down, so I activated it. You hear a loud noise coming from the room to the west. It sounds as if the ventilation systems are firing up, clearing the capital C cloud out of the capital S switching capital S station basement and sections of the West or of West del Sol's streets. Oh, that's really nice, because it was pretty stinky outside. Ooh. Okay, I don't. Oh, that's all right. Automatic rifle, actually in good condition. I'll take that. Oh man, the game is giving me stim packs right now. This is gonna be a boss fight, isn't it? I don't need much. I just need my fists. And also the bear trap that I have. Oh, come on. Piranha Bytes games are always mainly about hand-built world and exploration. They did that very well. I feel that Elex did the job well there in that regard. The story's backgrounds oftentimes get a little corny in their games, but I still love their games. Yeah, it's true. I think in a fantasy setting it works a little bit better, because you're not gonna care if they're, oh, we just like horses a lot or whatever. It doesn't matter. But when you start dealing with things that we are a little bit more used to, like technology, and as an abbreviation to information technology, that's where it can become a little bit weird. Have you seen the robots from the 1600s? Asks Ghostface. What weapon is he? I think the term robot wasn't coined until the 1800s. What weapon is he wielding? It is a bear trap fist, I believe is the name of the thing. He's playing my favorite DLC. We're just getting started. We haven't done the gala opening. You're gonna be able to catch it all up in the well, the streams are gonna go up on YouTube if you want to see them, but also the Let's Play. Apart from, I'm not gonna put the exploration in the Let's Play though, because it's all very the same. But the dialogues and all that, it's all going in there. Remote maintenance terminal password. Why? Oh, that's weird. Toxic samples. That's also weird. Why was the terminal password locked behind a very hard thing? LX2 should be announced pretty soon. He was announced already, wasn't it? The password, damn it, M is how many times do I have to spell? There is the password in toxic samples. Boy, am I ever glad to be out of that damn suit. I almost lost a few men today getting enough samples together for the eggheads to take a look at. Things got delayed by COVID, etc. Yeah. He misses interaction with the amazing chat. Of course. Zingster. And Colonel, of course. Speaking of cool technology, I just watched a series of videos on pyrolysis of plastics into diesel. Oh yeah, I know that process. It's kind of is that how it's written? Or is that how it's said, rather? Everyone knows the next game is going to be ELX2, but it's not official. Yeah, like they have to announce it earlier because of like the German government funding and whatnot. So it's an official thing for tax reasons, but not for like PR purposes or anything. All right then. Refrigerator, what do you have for me? Instamash? I like Instamash. Christine doesn't eat anything, but I do. Danny Boy apples and Instamash. What more can a man like Marty ask for? Christine's counter frequency. Why did you start? Okay. Oh man, that sucks. That one can't be destroyed. I don't like that. Hopefully Bloodborne and God of War soon. Bloodborne? What do you mean? Wait. Oh, you're heard the news about new Sony exclusives coming to PC. Oh, Bloodborne for PC. That's good stuff. It depends on your vehicle or application. Yeah. So we're just gonna need to avoid that for a little while. Oh, there's enemies. Oh my god. That's not an enemy, that's a turret. What is this? Books! Please don't shoot me too much. I am but a little boy. No! There's another radio. Murder! Oh, my leg! That's alright. It's got a very easy thing over here. Loot. Land. Wow, there's nothing on this side. There we go. There are only 4 options. It's only a misclick that allows you to fail that. And you will fail that if you misclick. Maintenance report. Didn't take long to find the problem. Heading down the main pipe, we hit traces of the gas. Not the full red stuff like last time, though minor blessing. The kicker was, despite the sealant, it still got inside the suits. Turns out the gas eroded the metal of the suit's locks, so not only did one of the boys get exposed, everyone who went down there got locked in their suits. And then I can turn the speakers off. Status report. Announcement warning 3 of 4 speakers are offline. I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job with the speakers, man. Speakers, man. Christine, you can come in. There's also a terminal over here. Disengage the lock. Good. All right. PlayStation fans are mad PC players getting their exclusives. Nah, they like their JRPGs. Those are never coming to PC. They're fine with it. It's all totally fine. A lot of modern vehicles need low sulfur diesel. Yeah. Remember most of the work. Yeah. So where are we headed now? This way. There's a computer here. And a key. And is this key? And a terminal. Locker key. Old man and his lefty's key on one of the consoles again. So making this note to remind myself to give it back next time I see him. We should stuff his locker full of dandy boy apples or something. Maybe then he'd be less forgetful. And suit damage. Sure, the docs at the clinic got mad. Capital D docs. But we didn't have any choice if we wanted to get medical attention after the gas hit us. So we cut his suit open with one of those surplus steak knives. Things could cut through a T-bone like it was hot butter. Rest of us tried to pry the locks on our suits. Finally had to use the knives on ours too. Can't wait until this job is over and we can let the villa collapse on itself. They'll be too busy at the casino anyway. It is really weird that the game is focusing on the villa being shoddily built, because it's so amazingly well built. The buildings are literally all standing 200 years after the fact, even while they have a gas going around that corrodes metal. Maybe the gas is responsible for... because it locked the metal locks of the suits. Maybe it's making the building stronger. In case of emergencies, power regulation procedures can be carried out from this station. However, this practice is not recommended for regular use. Please see your supervisor concerning whether use of the station is warranted. Let's transfer control to this station. I heard that. Christine motions to you, points at the door uneasily, then makes a pulling motion with her hands. She seems hesitant. Don't know, Persona 4 Golden and Persona 5 Strikers on all NPC. Because the... well, but you need to think of all... like, there's a lot of JRPGs that Windows just never gets. It's all on PlayStation and stuff like that. Because there are no computers in Japan, as we well know. They haven't invented that yet in the computers. It's only PlayStations that they work with. It's really weird, isn't it? Why there's no JRPGs on PC. Which I'm not complaining, I don't care. But it's weird. Emulations, that works as well. Just buy or take off the hands of recycling. It's all about the diesel thing. I found a way to do the bypass from here. You should be able to just use the terminal over there. Christine nods gratefully. She glances in the direction of the terminal, looks at you, smiles, gives a thumbs up. Are you going to be okay here? She nods, then gestures at your hand, offers hers. Okay, I'm going to take her hand. She holds it, meeting your eyes intently for a few moments. She gives your hand a gentle squeeze, and then releases it and smiles. We'll get through this. She narrows her eyes, determined, and gives a last nod. You have lost Christine things, and this thing showed up, but don't worry, that's my weapon.
The bell tower. That's where you'll trigger the gala event. It's a ways up. I'm sure you'll find a way to climb up there.
Don't worry. Exploration is easy in this game. As in, it's mostly uneventful, and we get there very fast. I see that, though. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. What? Oh, no, this is not what I'm talking about. When I talk about exploration. 2 Sierra Madre chips over here. Why? Why? Hey, Mitsuma, welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Welcome on in. We are going to the bell tower. We're starting the gala event. Oh, there was a turret control system over here. That's how we disabled that turret. I disabled it with my fists. That works as well. These removal of duds that I clicked on already, it's just like... why are you doing that to me, game? I'm getting this done. I'm getting this done. Drakwell, welcome to the stream. Oh, this one is a lot more straightforward. I only bought Sony consoles to play exclusives with the news today. The Sony games coming to PC. I want to buy PS5. Yeah. If you're not interested in in the stuff that isn't coming, then yeah, that's just saving yourself some money and saving just junk from being bought. Really, not saying that the PS5 is junk. It's just saying that if you don't need it, it is junk, because buying stuff that you don't need is the definition of junk. And you don't need it. My leg is good. Are we going out through here? Push the elevator down. The elevator descends to a small, cramped room filled with electrical controls. There's no room to move, and the air is filled with a high whirring noise from the machines, not unlike an autodock saw. It appears the power can be manually controlled from this location, although it looks like manual operation was only intended for emergencies, and the terminal upstairs could do it via remote, provided it was unlocked. This knowledge in hand, you take the elevator back up to the switching station. That's like a secret place. Because if you go up, then it takes you away. But if you go down... then it's a secret. Got fixing things up here. What are we looking at? Ooh. Oh! It's another one of these. These rooms that don't really lead anywhere. They're kind of cool. I hate playing with a gamepad. I dread to play with a gamepad, actually. Yeah, that's... depending on the game, I suppose. Some games are just, you know, like... the thing that we were talking about. Did you play Dark Souls with a gamepad? Oh, with a keyboard? I never even tried. Like, Dark Souls is so famous. Dark Souls is so famous that for requiring a gamepad, because the original Dark Souls for PC was so bad with a mouse, that I didn't even play the game when it came out, even though I was interested in it. I saw, like, back in 2009, I was like, Dark Souls, that looks good. And then I saw everybody being like, oh, I need a gamepad. And I didn't have a gamepad. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to play it then. And until I didn't play it until it finally exploded in popularity for like 5 years later. All because it required a gamepad. And I never even tried Dark Souls with a keyboard and mouse. So I don't even know. I beat every Dark Souls game in Souls-like with a mouse and keyboard. Good stuff. I know it's beatable. Like, they beat it with bananas. Did you see that? Beating Dark Souls 3 with bananas or whatever. I didn't see that. But there's a thing that happens. What is it called? Is it like a banana? Is it the playing with the guitar from the Guitar Hero game or something? I don't know. I think it is bananas. Touching bananas instead of touching a gamepad. I don't need any of that. I think I would die 20 times more if I played Souls with a gamepad. Remember downloading janky custom drivers to make the PS3 controller work on PC just for Dark Souls. Like the custom loading screen, says Ghostface. They are... I don't know the name of the mod specifically, but if you're interested in that, I believe they're called Improved Loading Screens Butt Hurt Edition. And the idea is that it doesn't have Bethesda logos in it. It has Interplay logos and stuff like that. So it's improved loading screens. It's called literally that, and you think, ooh, it loads faster. It doesn't load faster. If anything, it loads slower because the image is bigger. But it adds these things, and they're pretty cool. Souls Remastered version has pretty good mouse and keyboard support. I played it recently. I plugged it in a controller just so I could play Gran Turismo 2. And this is how we go. Souls doesn't age very well. It's pretty easy to compare to the new From Software games. Yeah. Well. Eh. I played it recently. What do we have over here? I know what we have over here. We have death is what we have. I would love to see Colonel play Kenshi. I don't need any of these things. I'll take them, though. I don't think I'll play Kenshi at this point. I don't think I would love precisely because of the sandbox nature of the game. It feels this type of game that that are like a little bit more of a linear experience. The type of game, you know, sort of like the exploration, but also type of strategy. The only game he will play in summer 2021 is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, says Azor. I really don't know where to go in this. Where the hell? Need to go right from here? Is this a dead end? Did the auto... You have to be kidding me. Okay. The auto map sent me to a dead end. And you'll enjoy it and like it. Oh man, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Why must there be points of no return? What am I even looking at? Did it not send me? Yes, it did. Okay, cheat time. Pathfinding is basically broken. Not pathfinding. Quest markers. And besides, we've been there already. I have no idea how to get there. You can't get up here. Yeah, I've read this. Yeah. You can't get up here normally, and the quest marker points you there to a dead end. Oh, nice. How do I get... Oh. I think I can go around. It might be the way. Missing all the casino chips. No, I've been here already. I've done all this exploration. While being lost. Very good stairs. Do you want to go down the stairs? Would you like to see this wall very closely? Oh my god. The problem is I know the game does that, and I just compensate for it every time. And I didn't compensate then, and it's just janky. The level design, yeah, right? It's like... Personal log? Ask the foreman to come... How to come? No one's wised up yet. And he just winked. Said we got someone watching out for us. An ace in the hole. As long as we're good until showtime, this whole villa is going to be the biggest con of all time. That's because half the maintenance shipments aren't coming through. Sinclair's too blinded by that starlight to see beyond the casino. So we're able to cut corners, and when we need to... or when we need to, and no one's going to look too close at the budget while the casino's big opening is underway, and after that, we'll be long... Okay, I've read this one before. I remember the long gone at the end, but it was taking a while, because it's basically them reiterating the same thing over and over again. Last doctor's bag. Super spoopy. Yeah, the feeling is great. It's just the actual exploration. Campañas del Sol. Actually, campanas, which means not campaigns, but doorbells? No, I think it's bells. Just bells rather than doorbells. So we didn't come here before. Plastic skeleton on top of a table. Well, on top of a lot of things, in fact. Oh. And these guys over here being completely useless. Did you really break my arm just then? I am livid. Die. Oh, hi. Thank you very much. What are we looking at? More enemies upstairs. And some wine. I do need some wine. Yeah, it all looks the same, and it's also a maze. It's not a good recipe. Doesn't do nothing. That's true, Ghostface. What would follow time do? What would the bot do with that? I don't have bots, basically. It's you need to have those Twitch add-ons or whatever. Yes. But I don't know how to set them up. I don't know how to do that. It's always very complicated and weird. More plastic skeletons. It's a mortuary. The bell rings. Ah, dang it! An ice cream for the dead. Plastic skeletons, naturally. Oh, you see me? I bet you don't. Oh, right. My leg. F respect. No, it's fine. Bye. Okay, I don't need them. What do we have up here? Oh, more bad people. These guys actually hurt quite a lot. They're probably a little bit more annoying if you're shooting at them because they dodge sideways. But if you're punching them, it's quite alright, actually. That's not alright, though. I'm not a fan of the shortcuts for Twitch. I mean, if you know how to use them, it's a, as far as I can tell, it's a tool for mods. So basically, if the you know, the moderators, if somebody asks for links or something, or maybe you just get the mods to answer certain questions, or have bots answer certain questions every time somebody mentions something. It's good for it's good for big streams, but for small streams it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, I have no mods, no moderators. Like how space doesn't pause play. Yeah, I don't know why. I say that that's VLC's fault. Do you know what VLC is? That's VLC's fault. Because in VLC, space also doesn't do that, as far as I know. F on the keyboard Or F11 is common for most video platforms. Oh, for the for maximizing, yes. Yeah, VLC. I never used VLC because it's just not intuitive enough. I use Media Player Classic, and it's just like you click on the video, it pauses. You double click on it, it maximizes. You double click on it, it unmaximizes. Press escape, it closes. Just great. Proper design. And what happens when popular software is not well designed is that people get used to not well designed things, and then other things like Twitch gets not properly designed for the not pausing the video when you click on it. It's like, I want to pick up the phone. I can't shut this guy that's playing games on the internet. There we go. Because the people who designed it don't feel the need for clicking on the video to pull. I'm just gonna lose all my legs. Ladder to the bell tower. Oh. Hollow rifle focusing lens. Super Steam Pack. That's actually kind of appreciated. I think we're ready.
Can you hear me? Damn transceivers. Let me link the
Media Player Classic is really good.
There.
You do need to install. You hear a tapping from the speaker, a series of short taps. Oh, that's Christine. We're almost ready over here. A single tap comes from the speaker, then silence.
The both of us. I'll keep Dog locked in his cage. You just open the Sierra Madre.
What are you waiting for, Rubber Jim?
It's ugly,
Careful when you do.
but at least it works.
You think the villain's bad now? You haven't seen anything yet.
I'm ready. Everyone, trigger the event.
Finally! Now, the gates will open, and so...
This guy is so bugged. Party! That's it. That's the gala. Man, the fog looks super creepy over there. And this song is also super annoying. Oh, look at them all having fun down there in the aggroing. Because they can't stand me being over here. They're aggroing me, even though... Oh man, this might be a problem actually. I was trying to jump down, but I can't. Which means they will spawn in here. Maybe. Oh, hi. Oh, so they do spawn in here, but that guy was spawned differently. He was just, like, waiting for me. Would you guys mind getting me a repair kit for this? And by repair kit, I mean another one of these weapons so I can repair it. You guys dead? They're down here. Oh, they're underneath the floor. Are they? Yes, they are. I don't know what is down underneath the floor, but they are. Oh. Hello. Oh, these guys have the things. Come here. Lovely. And look at their suits. We've been reading about all these suits, and only now can we actually comprehend that these guys are the ones. Oh, man. Repair that. Yeah, I don't want to go down there right away, because that thing hurts. There we go. Repair. There's another one up ahead. There's many ones up ahead. Not actually sure where we're going, but we're going. Ease of use and codecs are the main reason I've used VLC since when they came out. Yeah, the codecs definitely make it easy, because just, you know, you have that and that's it. For for Media Player Classic, I always have to install a codec pack for anime and stuff like that, so... It's just something that I've been doing for a while. I am absolutely not sure where to go. This sound is also very, very good and provides a very nice gameplay experience. In the background. Okay, this is pretty important because not only will I be able to do all the things, I might as well just get the... Wait, mod? No, I just want the one mod. Is it modded? Or did I get the mod? No, I got the mod. Nice. How about ammo? Do you have ammo? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so that's good. Let's get doctor's bags, because we're keep breaking our legs. And everything else, in fact. My dehydration level has increased. Hey, fellas! Let me drink some water here while you don't... Oh, wine and whiskey. Yeah, that's definitely how that works. If you feel thirsty, some wine and whiskey. Oh, you died. Twice. I've become addicted to whiskey. Ah, that's a problem. I don't know what the withdrawal is gonna be. Okay, you're dead. Oh, hi. Excuse me, I'm murdering your friend over here while you're trying to attack me. I very much appreciate the bear trap fist. Bear fast trip. Because mine gets used up by punching you all. What are some free software you have used for 20 years and more? What do they do? Good question. 20 years? Not really. I haven't been doing computers since then. But what have I used since forever? I used Firefox for a long, long time. I used Winamp for a long, long time. I use Metapad. That's not my primary text editor, but Metapad is really, really proper. I really like it because you press escape and it exits. So I like that. And, I mean, that's configurable, but it allows you to do that. And, that was a one-hit kill. And, so Metapad is definitely one of them. This guy resurrected immediately. I do not appreciate that. It's like I'm playing with cheats. You see that, right? These guys die so fast. It's like I'm playing with cheats. Okay. I'm gonna need to buy some more stim packs. Notepad++ is also pretty cool. I don't use it. I use Sublime Text, but Notepad++ is pretty good. I'm interested in building a library of really useful and powerful free programs. Then you just need to go to Linux. It's got like huge library there. Seriously. The Linux community has just enormous amounts of good software. An alternative to MS Paint, I can't remember the name of it though. Paint.net is an interesting alternative, but it isn't necessarily an alternative to MS Paint because MS Paint sucks. It's sort of an alternative to Photoshop, but Paint.net is a really good one that I've used for a while. And it's just these days I don't bother with it, but if your computer can't open Photoshop very easily, then having it at hand for like quick projects can be handy. But my Photoshop opens in 3 seconds, so it doesn't matter. How high level are you? Asks Ghostface. I'm 27 or 28, I think. Or 29, actually. I think I'm 29. 7-zip, I was gonna say, actually. 7-zip. And we leveled up. I've used 7-zip for a while. I've used, I also had another one. FileZilla. FileZilla is for FTP transfers. That one is old, but it's really good. I mean, it works really well. Sort of. Sometimes it doesn't. But you know how browsers are, how servers are and all that sort of stuff. See you later, Azor. Thank you for showing up. Have a good night. Hasn't been around 20 plus, but 7-zip is pretty old. Yeah, 7-zip is probably 12, maybe 12 years old. I used to use WinRAR, but then they decided their free trial nonsense. I think WinRAR was also always free trial, but as soon as 7-zip landed, I'm like, yeah, no more WinRAR. Power ISO. I think Windows now has a way to read. I think maybe. I can mount ISOs. I don't know if that's a Windows default thing or what, but I know I can mount them. So maybe I don't know. I haven't done that in a while. I might have Daemon Tools, because Daemon Tools for a while was crappy, and I used Alcohol 120% because there was a free edition, and then Alcohol 120% is crappy and still is. And then I think Daemon Tools are good now. So what are we gonna level up? 29 is our level. Medicine. Survival. Medicine. And survival. Good. That's the second to last level up. Destruction. Ever heard of CPU-Z and Prime 95? Prime 95 is that the one? Yeah, that's the one for memory testing, right? I use CPU-Z, I use hardware info. I use both of those just for general things if I need to. Hardware info is a little bit more powerful for monitoring than just CPU-Z. There's also something called GPU-Z. For overclocking, I have an AMD graphics card, so I just use the AMD thing. Yeah, we've been here. We never went to the place that I wanted to go to. Speechy. I don't know Speechy. Where the heck are we supposed to go? Oh, right here. That's the point of no return. Maybe that was because there was this ladder over there, but the ladder they never work. I've tried clicking on the ladder. Prime 95 can test CPU, memory, or both. Right. Last time I had problems with memory, I used memtest, I think. So I didn't use Prime 95. There's a really good program called if you want resizing of pictures, it's called Fast Stone Image Resizer. Really, really powerful, really, really good. There's other stuff like there's probably better stuff, but that's the stuff I use when I need to resize a bunch of pictures. Or just add watermarks and a bunch of things. It's very powerful. There's also stuff I remember using stuff for batch renaming of files, but I don't do that anymore because I work server side, so I just use whatever I need to use. I code my own scripts. That doesn't work like that. Die. Die! Jesus. Try Photoscape. What's Photoscape? I use Photoshop though. So I... There's a radio here? What? Okay, we're gonna take our stim packs. Not Salisbury steak, although we might get it later. We're also gonna get a couple of doctor's bags here. There's definitely a radio somewhere. Oh, it's that one. Hey. Don't talk to me now. Wow. Those radios activated. Let's go to the Sierra Madre. This gate leads directly to the Sierra Madre Casino. Once inside, you may not be able to return to the villa. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. What was that for? Look at all the plastic skeletons over here. Oh. That's Vera.
You inside. Can you hear me? Power's fluctuating. Emergency power. Oh, you are in. Good. Thought that might be the end of you. Unfortunately, your friends also found their way here. Knocked unconscious, just like you. Wondering what happened? You were hit by casino security. Detects anything foreign, radioactive. It subdues the visitor, moves them if needed. Getting interference from old recordings. The guests who were trapped here shut that noise off. Looks like the casino moved your friends around once inside. Might be useful, or not. Wonder if they came to help or kill you. Still, my signal should work through the speakers now that you're inside. Welcome to the Sierra Madre in all its glory. This is what the old world stood for, even with bombs about to rain down on them. Now, look at it. Beautiful now its guests are all dead. Better this way. Quiet. How the Mojave should be. Now, with the casino sleeping, it's got places closed off. Won't let you go yet. We'll get there. Trust me. Just need to wake it up.
I will get there. Trust him. There's gonna be a lot of radios, and I'm gonna need more energy cells because this weapon is not gonna last forever. Old world money. And wine. And suitcases with Sierra Madre chips. Because, of course, I'm gonna take the relaxed wear. Hopefully we'll have some of the machines that, yeah, I can take all of that. That accept them and give me money for it. Is that what you use when you throw your tower in the fireplace? Throw in the fireplace. I don't know what you're referring to. Or a command system info. Has anyone modded a BIOS or installed third-party one? I have never done that. I've updated the BIOS, but nothing. I mean, it's the same process just as long as you have one that works. Just don't want to brick the motherboard. What do we have over here? Receptionist terminal. Activate holographic security. Maybe not. Access music controls. Retrieve theater ambient track. Theater control inaccessible. All controls are inaccessible. Activation code required. So I can't activate the security, which is good, because I wouldn't want to have that. Security, I mean. No security for me. This is to the Sierra Madre Casino over there. That's a impenetrable radio over there. And this is the restaurant that requires a key. Hello. Ooh, Stim Pack expired. It's always a little bit of health. But this is where Vera went. There's a radio over there. The suits or suites, depending on how it is pronounced. I don't know how it is pronounced. Authorized personnel requires key. And this one does not. Dean Domino. Could this be... There's a pre-war hat on that plastic skeleton. Oh, and good water. Good stuff. I've messed up a BIOS before and had to buy a new chip to replace it. Yep. What kind of motherboard are you working on? See you later, S-Laxi. Thank you for showing up. Have a good night. It's pronounced sweets. Thank you, Zinkster. I haven't done it yet, but it's an old HP. It's totally locked down. In which you put the BIOS chip. Most eloquent as RPG is an RPG at the beginning of the stream. I was very eloquent. I don't know what you're talking about. There you go. Okay. Got a little bit of a radio thing going on over here, but I believe that's the same radio downstairs. That will mean that operating this machine might be a little bit dangerous, but maybe not. It's all good. So the suites are over there, and we have another radio. Ah, freaking hell, this one is locked down again. Or as well. That's gonna be a bit of a dangerous proposition then. This is to the Sierra Madre Casino. And these are to the toilets. Always check the toilets. Good drinking water. Really good that we have good drinking water up here. I didn't expect that, honestly. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh. Okay. This is to the Tampico, the theater. Pack of cigarettes. A lot of these things. HPs are very difficult to work on, that's for sure, yeah. So I think that's it over here. So we're just going here. We have nowhere else to go. Friend? Soundtrack says no.
This is the past you're walking through. Few have ever seen it. No one else ever will. I worked hard to get here. It'll give me what I need before I leave, and they'll always welcome me back.
Now, look for a way to break this ghost up. Remind it, it's got guests.
He's off. And this crappy audio. Look at this door. Sierra Madre. Hologram control. Checked hologram status. Currently guarding bar stairs. Set behavior. Casino floor west patrol. Let's go for that. And security memo over here. Sierra Madre employees. At the request of Mr. Sinclair, please refrain from tampering with or destroying the security hologram emitters. Remember, the holograms keep us and our guests safe. Thanks, Sierra Madre management. Hopefully I'll be able to destroy them by punching them. But I find that to be unlikely. It's going to be a lot of stealth. Radio. Ooh. Treasure. Also a note. It's a security passcode. Yeah, we don't really need those. Oh. Oh, this is gonna make noise. I hate it. I really am gonna need ammo for this. I was detected. It is all right. It is a bad hologram. We got a hologram control over here. This might actually allow me to disable them. We did it. Okay. Bar door guard. Personnel office patrol. Let's send them back. I don't like this. Oh. 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 Okay. Oh, hi. Ooh, and an auto dock. Eel haul crippled limbs, for sure. And that sounds like a dentist thing. And cure exhaustion, because we can't sleep. Again, it sounds like a dentist machine, or whatever the dentists have. That is creepy. It's creepy. Dentist machines are creepy, right? To all dentists in the audience, they're like, no, they're not. They're normal machines. What are I talking about? Ooh, plastic skeletons. I didn't notice you when I was preoccupied with the radio on the other side. And a harmonica. Ooh, and scotch. I don't need that. I'm addicted to it already, though. Although, am I actually? Because it's whiskey. What do we have over here? Notes on emergency protocols. Been reading this over. Quote, in the event of a fire, chemical leak, nuclear attack, or other threat to the casino, the interior and exterior doors will hermetically seal to prevent harm coming to the guests. During this time, holograms will be deployed and assume threat status until the lockdown is ended, unquote. Guests can't be too careful these days. Still, what if there was another leak at the switching station? Not to mention the gas valves in the kitchen. If those got hit, the whole casino's a torch. Holograms are programmed with service protocols and security protocols. Service protocol hologram perform a specific function, greeters, simple vendors, or in the case of the Sierra Madre Casino itself, even monitoring gambling tables. These service holograms follow simple routines and are incapable of performing any security function. Holograms cannot move beyond range of their emitters and are best used when used for a simple localized function. And that's going to be about the holograms that we haven't found yet, but apparently are attending to the tables. I wonder if we can play a little bit. Probably wouldn't want to play too much. Oh god, the dentist says things. Nothing major. Just need the energy cells. So that goes down. I can't wait until molecular assembly is a real thing. The X-ray. The X-ray is a weird thing. It's basically like a pliers thing. Oh, look at that. So many plastic skeletons. Well, that must have been because they didn't have the key then. Which makes sense, because plastic skeletons tend not to have pockets. Best jokes. Best jokes. One of these is going to be the end of an episode, and it's going to be amazing. Everybody's going to laugh so much, and they're going to click subscribe. They're going to be like, ah ha ha ha. Hello. Goodbye. Don't want to deal with you, holograms. What do we have? Over here, we got a desk with sunglasses in it. And check security. Oh. Ooh. Unlock electrical closet door. Security log number 1. Complaint, Mrs. Purvis / drunk and disorderly. Sierra Madre security log, 1100 hours. No, actually, that's 2300 hours. Guard on call, Tyler Morris. Describe the incident. At 10 p.m., received complaints about noise in upper bar, then emergency call from the main floor cashier, Cage, who reported, quote, old bat on ceiling, unquote. Investigating found guests cheering Mrs. Millicent Purvis, 72, who had climbed over the upper bar railing and was walking on the support beams, indicating loudly that she was, quote, going to join the circus, unquote. She had already tripped over the hollow emitters unhurt and was inviting guests out on the beams so we could, quote, use them like monkey bars, unquote. Climbed after her, cornered her near the rafter over the cashier's area, then brought Mrs. Purvis to holding and called her daughter to come escort her to her room. No damage done to rafters or the emitters. Mrs. Purvis's daughter was visibly agitated by the incident and too embarrassed to take any legal action, saying that she, quote, didn't want to cause any more trouble for Mr. Sinclair, unquote. Need to gate off the rafter area to prevent repeat incidents. Cashier's counter patrol. I don't want to do that. I don't know if the hologram is coming this way. Ooh, Sierra Madre reinforced armor. I might want that. I don't need the normal energy cells. Cause I currently have the assassin suit, which is nice. But this one is better. Yeah. It's a little bit more damage resistance. Not that I want to do fighting. But I do fighting every once in a while. Like the joke says things, so thank you. I had 2 removed. I'm down 3 teeth now. Probably have to pull another one. I'm also down 3 teeth. I had the back molar things over here. They were screwed up, and one of them was a wisdom teeth. And that thing knocked me out. Well, not the... I think it was it might have been the anesthesia, because it was only partial anesthesia. We don't do total anesthesia here in Europe, at least not as far as I'm aware. And it was bad. It was nasty, really nasty. All while I had a YouTube channel. Never missed a day on the YouTube videos. Right, hello everyone. Welcome. Nah, it wasn't like that. I just didn't record on that day and the day after. But you might be able to tell the episodes that were recorded on days where my mouth literally wasn't feeling nice. Although it might not. And the reinforced helmet as well. I think I did a bad decision by not going with the assassin's suit. Because, oh, Chief Security, what? Security Chief's Assistant's Desk. Security measure meeting. Since you missed it, Sinclair outlined security measures today, wasn't blind to what was happening in the news, wanted to take step if the Chinese got a foothold on American soil, ran us through the added functionality of the holograms, then explained the construction of the casino, its emergency protocols, and the broadcast signal we're using for the gala event. Guys, a nut job still seems to have a base, to have the bases covered. Guess the isolation of the casino was intentional, not sure what he is hoping to protect. Sure seems obsessed with it. I mean, we know what he was obsessed with protecting. Although it's dead money. Finger guns is what I wanted to do, but I can't take my mouse off, my hands off the mouse. So, peace sign it is. Is that the peace sign? I know there's one that's sexual. Victory. Victory, but also peace, but only in Japanese. I think it's peace sign in Japanese. The sexual is this one. It means another thing. I don't know how to do it because my flexibility is terrible. My God, I'm not flexible. Jesus Christ. Seriously, my arms feel like made of crap. I only had shots in my gum. Yeah, that's what happened to me as well. It always costs more. I had to save up so I get it done the cowardly way. It's also dangerous doing it full anesthesia. But going to the dentist literally gives me trauma when I get a bad dentist. Yeah, I can understand that. Stretch more, Colonel. It doesn't. I'm very. I'm just very bad at stretching, flexibility, and whatnot. I'm wondering if the thing opens that door. Cashier's counter patrol. Let's hide over here. That's because you don't do it. Nah. I don't know. It might be. But also, nah. There's some people who are more flexible than others. And I'm just not flexible. I mean, admittedly doing it would improve the flexibility, naturally. I don't think that's where they go. Okay. So we disabled the guard switch room, apparently. No, we did not. Ooh, duffel bag. Some buff out. Sierra Madre office key. There we go. And also a Sierra Madre helmet. That might be what we needed. It is not. You don't need to be flexible, just not in pain. Well, when you do this, it's like if you force yourself, it's in pain. I'm just like really stiff right now because I'm just sitting still and like in this position, and I do need to stretch, but I stretch after. Ah, this is where it's for. That's an easy thing to miss. Oh. Don't like you. Don't like you. I'm thinking, oh, I know where we are. We're outside. It's like a Dark Souls level. Except there's no fireplace over there. There is something right there. I kind of like is a fireplace. Except for not being. one. Ooh, but actually that allows me to go around and avoid that guy. Going through here. Much better. Turn the light off. I always get to how awful it is to sit for long periods of time. Yeah. So try to be a little bit more active. And yeah, it's absolutely terrible that I'm sitting still for 3 hours on end without drinking a single. Do you ever see me drink? I very rarely drink anything. So first off, I don't drink, which is bad. Secondly, I don't move, which is bad as well. It's just bad. It's just, you know, it's bad. But at the same time, I've been doing this for a long time, so I've been suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome, from back pain, from kidney stones. I have all the bad things happen to me already, so I'm on top of them a little bit, so not completely out of them. You know what I mean? At least I don't have. There's a name for the ulnar deviation. There's a name for when your spine does a S-shape thing. Ulnar deviation. Which is real. That is a real bad thing. And it requires very close care and all that. Fortunately, I don't have that. And this chair is really good. I've been using it well because this thing is you see this color over here? This is custom made. Because I ruined the previous thing. Kidney stones are supposed to be incredibly painful. They're bad. They're bad. But I got mine was probably very tiny. It wasn't super scoliosis. Yeah, scoliosis is another thing. Yes, I think there's scoliosis for the sideways one. I think or something. Yeah, they're pretty bad. The pain was similar to a bad case of gas. Like a gas that won't go away. You know how gas when you're just like bloated or whatever, it's just like, and then you just sort of, you know, move your belly around, and it just gets better after a little bit, and you just, you know, rip out some loud ones, or don't, because gas isn't necessarily that close to your. To the end of the track, as it were. To the end of the intestinal tract. That is the correct term. But yeah, either way, the point is, do you know how that pain just goes away? Yeah, imagine that, but without going away for hours, and then it goes away. For me, it went away after like a day, I think. But and I didn't know what it was. But then I talked to my doctor, and I asked, so this stuff happened. What's that all about? And she I don't know what she did. What did she actually do? She did something like completely. She didn't answer my question, and then she's like, "How long have you had kidney problems?" And I'm like, "What? I don't have what?" Okay, well I guess I know what it is. Actually passing them, yeah. Apparently I didn't have a problem because it was very tiny. The passing of them was just a little bit scary because it comes with blood, and it was like, this doesn't feel right. This is But, yeah, so whatever. How about that from a Romanian? Says Jung. The bribe system is so well in their blood. It doesn't matter that you get up to 10 euros. Oh, right. Talking about something else. My wine has worn off. And that guy has detected me. My world is falling apart. I'm pretty sure I remember where his... Oh no, he sees me again. I'm pretty sure I remember where his stuff is. It's on top of one of these things. Ooh. Treasure. Will I be able to go there? No! Dang it. Fucking greedy people. Paint that in my back. And call it a Mona Lisa. Actually, I have no idea where that guy's stuff is. Oh, there's another one down here. Aye, this man. Aye. Go away. Did I configure you guys to the wrong... Oh. I'm gonna punch you. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, this emitter controls the security hologram in this area. You may be able to disable the emitter. But it's only the one. Not the two. Ooh. Vending machine. Can sell some cigarettes. They give me a lot of stuff for these cigarettes. What about over here? Greedy is taken to a new level. Yep. Greedy is in human nature. No, it's not. That's bullshit. Greedy is in the freaking system that we live in. Ooh, we can play blackjack here. The Sierra Madre casino is currently closed. Once power is restored to the casino, it looks as if gambling will reopen as well, with the hologram dealers monitoring the table and the machines. Oh. That's... We're gonna be able to play a little bit. And win some money. Yeah, it's a product of the way we live. Although it is true that some people will be greedy, just by, you know, I'm not saying that people are not greedy by themselves, but when the system actually incentivizes greed and rewards greed, when it rewards the people who are the most greedy and rewards them the most, then what do you expect? Some pork and beans. Sugar bombs. Good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna need to figure out how to get past this guy over here. You don't see me. Suspending all the rent on the state-built apartments and then gave them in ownership of the people, so the level of homelessness is somewhat low compared to other countries. Nice. It's good stuff. I'm hidden. You can't see me. This is definitely how this works. Okay, he's really upset. Where is your mama? Oh, back there. No! Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh. Electrical closet.
You woke it up good. Emitter frequencies lighting up everywhere.
Well, yeah. But what about the guard? This intercom appears to have failed over time. It will only allow one-way communication from another intercom.
Damn recordings. Dead echoes in the frequencies. Casino security is shutting down, opening up its vendors.
This is Domino, right?
Programs in the back casino. Still might be something for sale. Maybe something can help you now security's shut down. After you're done looking around, head to the lobby and we'll deal with you, friends.
Deal with your friends. Well, I have problems with the holograms, dude. People think Canada is a socialist paradise, but it totally isn't. Yeah, that's because people don't know what socialism is. Because it's Canada is just normal capitalist country. Without necessarily the worst measures. I think that hologram went away. The bad one. Excuse me. Oh, you just do it like that. No, I don't want it. If you're not gonna have animations, I don't like it. What's the fun in going to the casino if you're just gonna play a video game, right? I mean, I don't know. That people spend a lot of time and money in the slot machines. Do you have a hologram back there? You don't. And you're a vendor. The flickering hologram stares at you expectantly. And it's got Simpacks for caps. And a bunch of pre-war money. I don't think we're supposed to buy that. I wonder if I can go back there. You don't mind if I'm here, right? I mean, this is all mine after all. They have 0 security frameworks, as we have established. And also, they're not really guarding anything important. Cashier's key, though. That is important. Because otherwise I can't leave. Or maybe I can. Ooh, another... Oh, requires key? Really? Really? Okay, let's see if this computer does anything about that. Because sometimes it does. Eligible. Possible. Unlock safe. Yeah. That's something Fallout 3 was really keen on. And as far as I know, it's because Bethesda was like, we have to allow people who only have one skill and don't have the other to have access to loot. And they forget that their system allows everybody to have every skill at all times, ever, always. And I don't think it works. I don't think it works. Ooh. Cashier's office door. Oh, this might be the other office door that we didn't go through. Oh, that's actually a problem because we are trapped in here. Oh, no. The game didn't account for us. Oh, automatic rifle. Yeah, let's do that. I'm over encumbered, but whatever. It's good. Repair. The game didn't account for us jumping over that thing, and of course I have saved. Don't worry. We're playing on PC. We can do all the things. Oh, actually, I might be able to just jump over. It did account for us to do that. Ooh. Maybe there's something more. No. There's nothing more. But if I jump over here, don't bang my head. Oh. Sierra Madre chips all over. My god, dudes. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful. I'll never find out where the other... Ooh, shot glass up here. It might have something to do with the lady, Mrs. Something or other, that we read about, that shot glass. But it's also a really subtle way of the game introducing the idea of you walking in the rafters, or on the rafters, rather. Because, of course, that's necessary to complete that particular area. Let's go to the entrance. It's kind of funny that Harry, you're saying that you would love to live in the 50s and 60s, but America is the way it is largely because of... I know the name. I didn't mix up Nixon with Reagan this time around. You were saying that you'll really like Reagan as a president? Yeah, that's what Reagan made. That's what America was and what America is right now. If you're rich, you can living in America right now is pretty good. And white. Also, was that because of greed for the most part, or just because of the fall?
Casino's woken up, paying attention to us. Good. Wondering what happened to your team? Looks like they got moved to other floors. Interesting. Maybe that's why... Oh, yes. Perhaps the casino recognized specific guests, or guests with a voice or look close enough for them to be assigned to that floor. We'll see. Had hoped with the power restored, the systems would fully awaken. Especially the sound archives. But no. Your teammates' callers on each floor are interfering with the systems. It's the white noise filters embedded in their construction. They're blocking the casino speakers, the music. You'll need to recalibrate or destroy each caller. To do that, you need to get close, reset the signal, or blow their heads off. I'll leave the choice up to you. My preference? End them now. They're of no use. After all, it's safe to kill them now, provided you make it quick. You see, the callers don't work inside the Sierra Madre. Well, between floors. Else, I'd set off the callers, be done with it. So find them, deal with them, as long as you're fast and can get off the floor after killing them. The floors, whatever they line this place with, interferes with the caller frequency. So if you kill them, you should have some time to run. Oh, just not sure how long. May not be consistent. More, less, whatever. It doesn't matter. What we need is in the basement. We need to go to the top first and write our fortunes down. After we deal with your team on the other floors.
This is such an important dialogue. I really wish we had this dialogue within the intercoms rather than over the air. Because that way it would be a lot less missable, I suppose. This guy... also, the skeletons are having the worst trouble over here. No, wait. They stopped. That was the ghosts outside. Oh, freaking hell, they're still going. That's the ghost people outside. But this guy, he starts off the DLC being like, oh, I didn't really want to wish you well or bad. I just, you know, want a little bit of help, and it's this insurance. I strapped a bomb to you because I'm nice. And I figure it would be okay for the game to not make him outward or immediately bad. Apart from him being obviously bad because he strapped a bomb to your neck. But apart from that, you know, it's Fallout after all. It's post-apocalypse. You can forgive a little bomb to the neck every once in a while. But him being like, oh, I would have just killed you if the bombs worked. And you might as well just kill your friends because, yeah, whatever. He's clearly, he's coming across as oh, it opened. It opened. It opened. We can go to the theater. He's coming across as just basically a lunatic and a murderer. So he said that each one of our companions was taken to a place where the guests were closest. Din Domino was actually a guest in this hotel, so he was taken to where he is supposed to be, I would guess. And Christine, I don't know. I mean, I actually do know because I played this game before, but you know, I don't know because the game hasn't told us yet, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. Sierra Madre, that's where we came from, yes. And as for God, I don't know either. He's a super mutant, so he's pretty old, but he's not from before the war. Executive suites, sorry. Yeah, we didn't go in there. And of course, all the radios are now disabled, which is great, because that allows me to get some more stuff out of that. Okay. And I can use the key to go to the Sierra Madre Casino from here. Oh, this is the other door. Right. Cool, cool, cool. And banking cartels? My back! My everything hurts. No, not everything. Just muscles and stuff. It's pretty creepy that they're banging on the door. I really thought he was the skeletons just flipping out because they flip out. But nope. It's them banging on the door from the outside. So that's gonna be that for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everybody had fun. We finally made it into Casino. This section over here is the one that I at least remember, or this section, I say, what we did today is the one that I at least remember from the DLC as being involved and lengthy, but it actually took a while. We just did a bunch of stuff throughout the 2 hour or the 3 hours of stream, so it's just weird because it's like, I think it's because there's so much of the moving around with the companions. Yeah, it's the most forgettable area, or most forgettable part, I feel. The finding the companions is cool, But then getting the companions to each of the locations, yeah, that wasn't particularly good. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna edit all the things because, you know, I edit when I see the footage and all that sort of stuff. So that's gonna be that for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe, everybody. I say tonight, but that's because it's 1 a.m. for me, and you know, it's tonight. Forever, it's tonight. See you later, everybody. I will see you. Actually, I will see you in 2 days' time. 3 hours before now is when I start, and I will be playing a new game. I will be playing Prey, the latest game by Arcane Studio. And I'll be doing a Let's Play of that as well, like I do for this game. So, thank you so much once again. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.